Which of the Heaven Hill Distillery offerings from January was the best? The Larceny or the Elijah Craig? Let's find out. What's going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today we are going to be doing two reviews in one, a blind review for that. We are going to be going over the Elijah Craig batch A123, and this bottle right here is batched at 125.6 proof, and as always, these are 12 years old. And then we're going to be going and doing its little brother, the weeded bourbon, the Larceny barrel proof. Now this one is bottled at 125.8 proof, so this one is 0.2 proof points higher than the Elijah Craig. And the Larcenys are mostly in that 6 to 8 year range. They might hit a little bit higher in some of those barrels. But we've got the 6 to 8, the 12-year-old Elijah Craig. And as you all know, my personal preference has been the Larcenys because I really enjoy weeded bourbons. But a lot of you have gotten onto me and told me that the Elijah Craigs are better. So this year, I decided to pick up both offerings throughout each release, and we have done so. So I'm really excited to dive into this and see which one is truly the best. These have been poured and spitty-doo right around. I do not know which is which in front of me. If you want your chance to win a sample of one of these, make sure you go check out the Patreon because I do sample giveaways every time I do a review. So if you want your chance to win some of these bourbons that you might not have, go check out the Patreon, and the link is down below. And also, one more thing before we start drinking some bourbon, make sure you guys are subscribed if you're brand new, because at 3,000 subscribers, I'm letting you know what the 5,000 subscriber giveaway is going to be. But without further ado, let's get into the glass on our right. That's a toasty glass right there. I'm getting a little bit of graham cracker. There's a touch of like a very, very, very milky chocolate. Not malty, but like a very, like a melted, very, very light milk chocolate. I get a little touch of a birthday cake. There's a touch of a cinnamon roll in there. It smells flaky, smells buttery. There's a touch of a cherry. There's some like dark, not brown sugar, but like the Demerara sugar, or like the sugar in the raw. Like if you ever smell that by itself, or melt it down a little bit, get it warm, that is 100% right here in this glass. It's sugary, it's sweet, it's got a little bit of graham cracker in there. That cherry was the only fruit note that I could find in this. But let's dive into glass number 2 here on our left. This is a little bit darker. I find a little bit more of those baking spices in there. You got that clove, you got a little bit more cinnamon. There's a touch of a plum. Like this is a little bit darker. I found a little bit of apricot. And I also get a little touch of mint, which could definitely be from rye spice. Most likely Elijah Craig, but you never know anymore. You really, really never know. It's got this little touch of must, like a wet paper bag. I get a little bit of a toffee crumble out of that too. This smells really nice. That musty paper bag isn't off-putting as much as it sounds like it is. It's probably just that oaky presence that's coming from one of these bottles. But without further ado, let's get into the glass on our right. Cheers, everybody. That's very warm and bright and inviting. Very sweet. It's warm. It's 125-ish proof. Pushing that 126, either one of these are. This has a very, very beautiful mouthfeel. It coats your entire mouth. It hits the tip of your tongue, makes that salivate, then rolls to the back of your tongue, dries it out immediately, and makes your mouth start watering. The finish is super, super long. It's super, super sweet. The tip of your tongue gets it on that initial sip. And it's a flavor blast. I get this apple pie out of this, like without the apples though, right? You have that, like it doesn't have the signature apple flavoring, but it's the cinnamon, it's the clove, it's the buttery, flaky crust. It's maybe a little bit of dusted brown sugar on top with some toffee crumble. This is really nice. I like that a lot. That is really nice. But without further ado, let's get into the glass on our left, see if it is any better than the one on our right. Cheers, guys. So the one on our left here, right? Still same, coat your tongue. Finish isn't as pleasant as the one on our right. Instead of the tip of my tongue, it's getting to the back of my tongue first, mid palate of your tongue actually. Hits that, warms that part of your tongue up really, really nicely. Touch of this like plum juice out of here. Like it's sweet, but it's dark, it's dried. There's a touch of honey. This one here has got a little bit more of an oaky presence. It's not a nice oaky presence compared to what this one had. This one was just all around sweet, inviting. Had a little bit of that like apple pie going on for it. I really enjoyed this one. I'm gonna go back in one more time on both of these and see if there's anything that sticks out that can make one of these win over the other. Yeah, this one on the right here, it's so warm, it's so sweet, it's so inviting. And this one on the left here has this bitter note on the back end of your tongue that I just don't think can put this over top of the one on the right. So without further ado, let's find out which out of the A123s from Heaven Hill, either the Larceny or the Elijah Craig, comes out on top for their first batch. Let's find out. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Wow. Okay. So the Elijah Craig beats out the Larceny. That is very, very, very interesting. I've been a Larceny boy for over a year now. Am I going to start switching over? Am I going to switch sides? Only time will tell. Like I said, if you want your chance to win a sample of one of these bourbons, make sure you go check out the Patreon. Link is down below. And join up if you want to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Next week, we've got Stag freaking Madness. I hope you're excited for that because I know I am. And